I don't really care. Keeping them or how we dispose of them, honestly.
New on Fox 13, video obtained by Fox 13 showing how roosters ready to be sent to an animal sanctuary in Western Washington were instead shot and killed by deputies.
What are the plans? What are you guys planning on doing? My wife said that, are you guys going to have them rehomed, or what's your guys' deal?
So, Aaron, you know, unfortunately, the way this is set up here, there's really no rehoming these birds. So it is, like what he told you, it's illegal to possess or own these animals. So to rehome them, you really can't do that.
Claiming the birds couldn't be rescued, even when they were aware those plans were already in the works.
And tonight, Fox 13's investigative team has an update to this story that they broke right here on Fox 13.
As Matthew Smith reports, what you hear versus how the Yakima Sheriff's Office explained their actions just doesn't add up.
Your wife is being she's got a set of testicles on her. She's willing to do this.
That voice.
All you have to do, Aaron, as the man of the house, is dig a hole and drop the birds in it. Okay?
And that comment are being made by Animal Control Officer Cindy Kanzler. Newly obtained body camera footage explains what exactly went down on a property in Zillah, Washington, and why 64 roosters were shot and killed by deputies. It's the story you were never meant to hear. The images you were never meant to see.
I just hate messing with the whole trying to save everything.
And despite the sheriff's office saying they didn't like the outcome, the body camera tells another story.
I don't really care. Keeping them or how we dispose of them, honestly. I think rehabbing birds, but however you want to deal with it. Don't have my phone on me. Let me get a hold of Callie at the ATF and see if she can get hold of Heart Haven.
She's referencing Heartwood Haven, an animal sanctuary that the ATF had brought in to rescue more than 40 roosters, part of an ongoing bust.
He's never going to be used for nefarious purposes ever again. This is definitely a very good day because they are going to better places.
This save is the lone bright spot of this story. When a federal and state investigation first raided a cockfighting ring, there were 34 arrests. They found drugs, guns. They even documented attempts to kill witnesses. And of course, there were roosters. So many roosters, they split the rescue in half. That's why Heartwood Haven offered hope amid all the chaos. Their small team quickly rehomed dozens of roosters, sending them to adoptive families, shelters, and other sanctuaries. A rush so they could take on the next round of roosters. Roosters on this property. But less than 3 minutes after Kanzler said she would call ATF so they could call
Heart Haven.
The next call made was for bullets.
Hey, I need like 100 shells of birdshot. Do you have anything? Huh? I've got like a farm of fighting mutuals then with you.
So,
You guys can't take them to like another rescue room?
I don't think so.
They're already planning on doing it. She's already saying, it's, you know, I don't like this idea of save them all. So everyone's already planning on it.
The Yakima sheriff placing the blame on the ATF.
They wanted us to, see if we can get the owner to surrender them or, essentially clean up their mess, in a nice way to say.
In a nutshell, arguing that the ATF should have moved the roosters more quickly, and that when they received a call about horses on that same property.
How long have they been unattended for, you said?
I think it's been like 7 days. They haven't had any food.
Hi, big boy.
They were obligated to handle the roosters. Now, the sheriff's office admits the ATF was in contact with them. The deputies knew the roosters were on that property just 2 days earlier. The sheriff's office also says that their presence this time changed everything.
Now that they know we're there, the owners definitely could have moved them away so that we couldn't find them.
You see the disconnect that I'm getting there, though, right? The property was raided on 4/19. Everyone there was aware that they were raided. They didn't move the birds, so now the assumption is they'll move the birds this time.
Yes. That's correct.
The ATF has a working relationship with Yakima County, so they declined to comment. They also didn't defend what took place.
That's because my kids love them.
The woman left behind to care for the roosters following this bus pleaded for the roosters to go to some type of sanctuary. It had little effect. But even these videos leave gaps.
I think rehabbing birds is that.
Those on scene covered their mics, muted them at times, and eventually didn't record when they returned to shoot the birds. In fact, documenting all of this seems to be a continuing issue. The report, only written after we requested it. A body camera video from a previous visit exists per this incident report, but the county records department says it doesn't exist.
Seeing it is just sad because you would hope for something better.
In the end, the sheriff's office says rescuing these roosters would have been a waste of resources. Too much time to wait, too much money to call in a vet to put them down via injection, what a humane euthanasia would typically look like. So they shot and killed each and every one of these roosters. The sheriff even debating our coverage online, calling the birds aggressive, angry roosters specifically bred for fighting, causing a flood of viewer photos. These are rescue roosters, all of them formerly of cockfights, all of them now pets. A reminder that this was the ending Heartwood Haven was trying to write.
I guess I don't understand how combating that cruelty by killing the victims of that cruelty makes any sense. They could have tried something, and it doesn't feel like they tried anything because it was more convenient for them to just shoot the roosters.
Now, we did reach out to the Yakima Sheriff's Office to find out if they have seen this video themselves and whether they had any concerns about some of those comments that you just heard, the muting of microphones, or why this doesn't mesh with their initial statements. That was in late June. The spokesperson's email response was that they were out of office and will be back sometime in July. As of tonight, weeks later, we are still waiting. Back to you.